What teenagers can teach us about love?
Well, I am a clinical psychologist and I spent the last 10 years researching how to help people fall in love.
Stay in love and be in love. When you're a teenager, your relationships are at the center of your universe. And while that might be inconvenient sometimes, like, I don't know, when you're trying to study for an exam and your partner wants to hang out, there's something really powerful about making the other person a priority. They're more likely to be open to trying something different. And this is great for relationships because if you want a long and happy relationship, you have to keep things fresh and exciting. So we can learn from teenagers to not be so rigid with our plans, to be open to changing things up, to be spontaneous and say yes to new experiences with our partners. We can learn from teenagers to not get so caught up in the other obligations that we do and make time for our relationships. They'll skip hanging out with friends to hang out with their partner. They'll prioritize their partner's needs above their own. And while that might not always be realistic, it's a beautiful thing to strive for in a relationship. We can learn from teenagers to be more selfless in our love, to put our partner's needs above our own, and to make them a priority in our lives. And what I can tell you is that teenagers are actually really good at falling in love. Until next time, they'll say things to their partners like, I love you, and they mean it, and they'll say it a lot. And sometimes it's inconvenient. Like, again, when you're trying to study and they just want to snuggle, but there's something really beautiful about being straightforward with your partner about how you feel. One of my favorite research studies on love is a longitudinal study that followed people over the course of their entire relationship. And one of the most powerful predictors of a happy ending in a relationship was simply being able to express your love to your partner. So we can learn from teenagers to not be afraid to tell our partners that we love them. But we adults, we tend to get better at staying in love than falling in love. They love to hold hands. And this is great because physical affection is one of the best ways to feel connected to your partner. In fact, in my research, when couples come in and they show greater synchrony in their physiology, meaning they have similar heart rates and they're really in sync with each other, it's one of the best predictors of a long and happy relationship. So we can learn from teenagers to not be afraid to get physical with our partners, to show affection in a loving way. But we can learn a lot from teenagers if we're willing to pay attention. Here are 5 things that I think teenagers do really well when it comes to love. Number 1, they prioritize their relationships. Number 2, teenagers are really good at expressing their love. Number 3, they're really good at physical affection. Teenagers love to cuddle. They love to snuggle. Number 4, they're spontaneous. Teenagers are more likely to say yes to new experiences. And number 5, teenagers are selfless when it comes to love. They'll do anything for their partners. So the next time you see a group of teenagers hanging out, maybe with their significant other, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of young love and the lessons that teenagers can teach us all about love. Please subscribe for more. Thank you.